society.
Mass production has typically been something that individuals have done.
False.
No, that's
Oh,
exactly the opposite.
Yes, you're dumb.
really?
Furthermore,
You think that mass production is a consequence of mass psychology? Fucking idiots.
yes. Are you talking about? Yes. Many people
No, it has
working.
typically been an individual or a small group of individuals with a shared goal to produce something en masse that results in them exercising their control of capital to achieve those ends. And typically it's been individuals. Now, it's not like fucking everybody gets together and is like, let's all fucking make widgets. Fucking idiots, man. What the fuck are you saying?
Mass
It is
done by
production refers
individuals.
to, production lines where everybody does one part of the production process. So it's by definition involves numbers of people, not individuals.
Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with mass psychology.
Well,
Veda
yeah,
has the word
sugar
mass
is
in it.
dumb. Sugar is dumb.
It has the word mass in it.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
you're right.
literally the level at which these people are reasoning.
I'm sorry. It absolutely has to do with group psychology. What are you talking about?
He wasn't talking about group psychology. I think you're misconstruing the scope of what he's talking about. He's not talking about like small group psychology. He's talking about like state propaganda level psychology.
Yeah,
He said
these
crowds.
political rallies. Yeah,
I'm scared
these
of the
political rallies
psychology
where
of
people
here we go.
where people will go and meet in large groups and surrender their individual agency because they believe in some party platform that an individual is representing, even though by all fucking lights of history, it is assuredly not going to be the case that what they're surrendering their individual agency for is going to be accomplished. It's
This
terrifying.
This is a corporation. Okay, is you're giving up your individual identity for the corporation. You believe in the corporation above yourself. You
No,
recognize that, right?
no. You think that
Yes.
people who fucking go to work 9 to 5 believe in their corporation?
But many of
They're
them,
just
yes, absolutely, yes. People believe in Apple.
maybe
They believe in
maybe we call
Amazon.
those people
They believe
stooges.
in Microsoft. No, they're
Stooges and
people.
shills.
They're people that are accomplishing great things. Yeah.
Fortunately, my phone is at 1% and about to die and save me from this. But
It's
yeah.
absurd. That's all. Groupthink is the worst thing that ever happened to mankind. It's stupid.
He didn't
I
say
didn't
group
say
thing.
that. I said mass psychology is one of the most terrifying things that
That
have.
was verbatim the words that came out of his mouth.
No, it wasn't, you dumb fuck.
Then what did you
The
say?
verbatim thing that came out of my mouth was mass psychology is one of the most terrifying things that exist.
Yeah, he said groupthink. Okay.
No, he
No, I
didn't. You're
didn't, you
misconstruing mass
fucking idiot.
psychology in your own terms without understanding what he was
Okay,
actually
fine.
talking
Then
about.
let's Google mass psychology. First of all, whoever uses this term? One of you
All
ever
right,
heard
my
the term
phone's dying.
Edward
mass
fucking
Have fun.
psychology?
Bernays.
Have
Edward fucking Bernays, that's who.
Bernice is one of the 4 fundamental
Crowd
cells.
psychology, mob psychology.
Well, I would think that mass psychology could be used for good or bad purposes. I'm not convinced that it's necessarily bad.
Of course, it's not necessarily bad. It's absurd. We're societal creatures. We don't get anything accomplished without working as in very large groups.
Make smaller groups.
Well, I think it's
I
true
think Gustav. Go ahead.
I don't think I was. I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't important, probably.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was trying to remember the origin of the term. As far as I know, I think Gustave Le Bon's Mass Psychology in 1895 is one of the sources. This is actually a whole copy of it. I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, kind of influential on the formation of not just Bernays, but the Nazi Party. I might be mistaking it with another book though. There was
Okay.
one or two books that was influential about how basically like people can be manipulated in certain ways. But I don't know if this is the book I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
You know the book I'm thinking of?
Every revolution ever we can thank for group psychology. So
Well, Ix,
You said something that meant the opposite of what I think you meant.
everybody manipulates everybody. And that's what we all do.
yes.
Be quiet, sugar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't you have some meditation to do, Brenda-san? Oh, great guru, wise guru Brenda.
Look, this is gonna dox me, but Flow Through Your Rage and How to Get Rid of Your Pain Body by Dr. Gizmo Peach.
Don't you have some people to be teaching about the benefits of yoga and meditation, Brenda? That's right. You got nothing.
No, I'm just not interested in your petty little.
Because I've owned you. Because I've owned you. You have nothing. This is not petty. I have nothing personal against you at all. At
It
all.
apparently is.
I actually
It
think you're
apparently
amazing.
is.
I think you're a really great person. Well, I mean, you have psychological issues and you're not handling those correctly, and you're an atheist. But besides all that,
Besides all
purely-
that, besides all of that, yeah.
it's purely an intellectual ownage, really.
Okay, what's all right then? Fine. What is your intellectual ownage?
You've admitted that if a man is walking down the street doing the Nazi march and the Nazi salute for exercise purposes, regardless of what he believes, he is a Nazi and he is spreading Nazi ideology. You've admitted this.
That doesn't sound right.
No, I don't
Yes?
think I think you've misunderstood things. I don't think that if somebody is not a Nazi, they are a Nazi. Because you're saying specifically that somebody's walking down the street doing the Nazi salute purely for exercise purposes.
Yes.
That therefore
Purely
he's a
for
Nazi.
exercise
Yeah,
purposes.
I don't think I ever said that. But
You did.
So if
So
I
right
did,
now,
I
wait,
don't
you-
think
so
she
if I
said
did,
that.
I
You
retract
absolutely
it.
did.
I'll
Whoa,
retract it then.
That's a coward.
How about you stop fucking talking, sugar?
I'll retract it then, sugar. Somebody who is marching down the street and doing the Bellamy salute purely for exercise is not necessarily a Nazi. Are you
Well,
happy
it's
now?
absurd. No. First of all,
No, you're not happy.
Sugar thinks that's absurd. Oh my god.
if someone
This is like
if you saw a guy
if a
walking
person
down,
just repeatedly brought up something that makes them look bad, but they thought it made them look good. What would we call that?
if you saw a guy
Pulling
walking
teeth.
down if you saw a guy walking down the street in front of your house giving the Nazi salute, doing the Nazi march, wearing a Nazi uniform, you would not go, that's a Nazi? Look, watch. He's a
Yes,
Nazi.
of course I would go. That
But
is
yes!
yes, I
You
would.
just correct. Now you're
You
back to your
changed.
position.
You changed the hypothetical.
Look,
sugar.
unless there was some popular new dance move called the Nazi or the Bellamy, where people put their arms to their chest and outstretched it afterwards, then if there was such a dance craze, people might not think that somebody walking down the street giving the salute would be a Nazi. That's what we have with yoga, right?
Yeah,
this
great-
is an
great-
analogy of yoga, right?
Great contribution, Seth. No, that's
So
horrible,
sugar,
horrible.
sugar.
All right,
No,
go
I
ahead,
believe Brenda agrees with me.
No,
Yeah,
that's
sugar.
a horrible contribution.
Sugar, please
Go
listen to. Please listen.
Yeah. No,
You
no
changed-
dance move in the history of the world will ever supersede. For
You said you were going to
1,000 years.
listen to me.
Well, I'm
So
answering.
sugar, you changed the hypothetical to not only is he doing the Nazi salute, he's wearing a Nazi uniform. So I'd be justified, huh?
Why
so-
would that alone change your opinion?
Because it
I
indicates he's
forgot.
not.
I forgot all the yogis that wore Lululemon. Jesus.
Yeah, the great contributions here, Seth. Terrible.
Because-
Brenda, why would
because-
that alone change your opinion?
Because it indicates he's not doing it just for exercise.
Why not? Why does his uniform care that he's doing it for?
Just like Brenda might think, for
Jesus
example,
Christ.
Brenda might think that if somebody was in a yoga studio and they were wearing traditional yogi garb, that they might actually be Hindu.
Yoga mat.
There's a real easy way to clear this up. Brenda didn't say that that person is necessarily a Nazi. She would just say that she infers that that person is a Nazi.
Great. Well,
Yes, it's a
all
reasonable.
I need is to confer. Okay, so people are gonna confer that Brenda is a Buddhist and a Hindu.
Why?
And regardless of what Brenda actually believes, okay, she is
No.
spreading.
This is
She is
dumb.
spreading. Regardless of what Brenda actually believes, she is spreading the philosophy and ideology of Hinduism and Buddhism. So she's
No, I'm
actually.
not.
Yes, you are.
No.
When people see you, when you walk around advising people to meditate, you are spreading Buddhism, ideology, and philosophy, regardless of what your own ideology and philosophy is. You realize this, right? The same
No,
way that
that's
some person,
not. That doesn't follow. That doesn't follow.
it's the same way that someone would be if I walked around all day going, "Hey, you know what makes you feel great? Walking around in the street all day doing the Nazi salute and Nazi boot march."
Sugar's a
in Nazi
dumbass.
uniform."
Why is this happening?
Um,
What?
because
Oh my
I'm
god!
bored.
I'm making it.
Because we're
I'm making an
bored.
astounding intellectual
Orson, you're a
point.
dumbass.
I'm making
Because when Sugar
God
loses
damn
an
it.
argument,
The most frustrating.
What's up?
go ahead, Seth.
I was just saying the most frustrating thing about this is that Sugar thinks he's winning. I just can't. I
Yeah,
can't believe it.
Oh, I'm
he's
totally
bringing up
winning.
his
I
most
can't-
embarrassing,
the
like
only
laughable
reason-
idea.
The only reason you guys are refuting this is because you know you're wrong.
He's so dumb.
That's it.
He always does this too, and then he says this shit. I just don't understand. How can someone be like this, like not self-aware? You
So,
honestly,
Sugar,
you put
you-
Tom
Sugar,
on
Sugar.
This is some
immediately.
personal.
I-
I don't know what kind of
No,
personal.
Sugar, can I ask
Mary
you?
Jane,
And
Mary
I
Jane,
think I can
Mary
clear
Jane,
this up.
Mary Jane, no, shut the
Jesus.
fuck up. Mary Jane, name one topic in our lifetime you've ever agreed with me on.
Nothing.
That's
Because
right.
you're,
So you're
the
what
thing
you say is
you're
so
you
obviously
need-
fucking dumb.
Mary Jane, you're obviously a biased
Nothing you say makes
interlocutor.
sense.
You're a biased interlocutor.
It's
all right?
not biased.
Jesus.
You are not
Has nothing to do with me
objective or
being
intellectual
biased.
in any way, shape, or form. All right.
Wait,
So just
Wait,
sit
why
in
don't
the
you ask someone
sideline.
else that question? Wait, Stargate, is there anything that you agreed with Sugar on? Or Seth, or Orson, or anybody else that's in here? I'm sure they would all have the same answer. I'm sure
Mary
they're all
Jane likes
biased as
Sugar.
well.
Sugar. If we say,
Mary Jane's
if we see
probably right.
somebody, if we see somebody who says,
This is literally insane.
Sugar,
This is insane. No, shut the
Jesus
fuck up.
Christ.
I
Why is this guy fucking doing this?
Shut up, Sugar.
Because
He's
it's
not
sugar.
anymore. Go ahead, Orson.
Right, so if we saw somebody recommending meditation, would we say they're most likely a Buddhist? Whereas we would say that somebody is most likely a Nazi if they're parading in Nazi uniform. So it isn't a reasonable inference to make that somebody says, I meditate, that they're a Buddhist. That's all.
I'm sorry. I was muted. Okay. So once again, you've
Yeah, you
said
were
that you
talking
said
over
that
Orson.
you said that I'm stupid, and now you've said that now you're muling over my incredible thought experiment to prove that Brenda is a fraud. So once again, very hypocritical, and
I've got a thought experiment for you, Sugar.
furthermore, for you guys to sit here in this little group right here,
Nothing.
for you to sit here in this little group and pretend and say that you've never agreed with me on one position shows that you're very intellectually dishonest and disingenuous. I mean, what
Or
can
you're
you
just
do
an
with that?
idiot.
No, of course, no one. First of all, me and you, Seth, have agreed on many things politically. Okay, so how come you're not
Like
like,
what?
oh yeah, how come? What do you mean? We're both very liberal and we believe in Bernie Sanders and shit.
I'm a conservative.
Sugar, what's more likely that the whole room are like
Get right,
biased?
I don't think that's
What's-
true, Seth. You're always talking about the liberal Democratic candidates and how you're for them. You want
Yeah,
Donald
fine.
Trump. You want Donald Trump to be impeached. How is that a conservative?
Are you kidding me? It's very conservative to want a radical demagogue out of the White House.
I don't know if you've checked what conservative means in America in this day and age, but that's not what conservative means.
Sugar, I gave you my PayPal information. Request $2 and I'll pay you.
Yes. So once again, me and you have agreed many times that Donald Trump should be impeached. Okay.
Remember when Sugar
So
said
for you
that
to
he
sit
let his
there, for
daughter
you to
be
sit
raped to
there and
death
say we've never, for you to
rather
sit
than
there and say
shooting
we've
her?
never
Fuck
agreed
off,
on
Sugar.
anything. This is just such
I
an
didn't say.
unintellectual.
I never said anything of the sort.
I
What
put
did I
forth
say?
I put forth very genuine and well thought out positions, and then you guys are
You
just
don't.
like, oh, this is stupid. Seth, you owe me $2 because I beat you in a game of minds, an
No,
intellectual
it
a
was a bet that
dispute.
I said I
I
was going to
beat you,
lose when I
Seth.
made it.
I beat you, Seth, and you're gonna sit here and
Sugar,
call me
it was a
dumb.
bet. Sugar,
Seth, I own your
sugar. Hold on a
$2.
second.
I own your
Stop
$2. I can
talking.
buy it on anything I want. A
Hold on a
Snickers,
second.
a Skittles, anything I want. I can spend your $2 on.
Yeah. Once again, I don't know how many times people who were there when I made the bet with you can contradict or verify this. When I made the bet with you, I said I'm going to lose this bet. I'm only making it to make it interesting. But this is a dumb bet, right? Do you remember this?
Yeah, it was very dumb of you to make that bet. It was a real dumb bet.
Whatever.
Yeah, the purpose was not to win. The purpose was just to make
Yes, well,
it
I
interesting.
beat you in a game of minds. Yeah,
It wasn't exactly a game of mind.
It
A
was
bet
real dumb
isn't
of you.
a bet on current events is hardly a game of mind.
Yeah.
But I need you to request that $2 so I can pay you.
Take the $2.
Also, I need you to verify another thing that when I called you by your first name, as soon as you told me not to, I immediately ceased.
Why?
Because that's what happened.
No, I told you months ago to stop using my real name, and you kept using it.
That's a lie.
Well, that's my opinion.
Yeah, well, you're just lying.
JJ lost his mods for saying my real name. One of the reasons.
How'd you know that?
Because he got caught on videos doing it, and then the next day he lost his mods.
It had nothing to do with that. That wasn't referenced at all when he lost his mods.
That was in reference to what?
No, your name, your first name was not referenced in any way when JJ lost his mods. In the conversation where JJ lost his mods, it was based on his psychosis, not on in fucking saying your name. So I don't have a clue how you're justifying that claim.
I think it was a multiple things. The day before, he got in trouble for saying my name. I don't have to tell you, man.
It could well be multiple things, but why? How do you know that was the question?
The day before, he got in trouble for saying my name a bunch.
I don't remember him getting in trouble for that.
Well, check Chum's recording.
Does anybody else?
Go to Chum's recording.
Yeah, can you
I don't
link
know
it?
about this psychosis thing, but I think JJ said it could be the case that he wanted to be a less aggressive muter. It could be the case.
I'm sorry, Orson. Are you putting forth the idea that it's okay to say people's names after they say they don't want to, as a moderator?
No. Why do you think I'm putting forth that idea?
Then what is your point here?
The point is that wasn't the reason why JJ lost his mods.
Was it?
I was in the conversation when he lost the mods.
You just said. Let me do this real quick.
He's so dumb. Why am I engaging with him?
You're just over talking me. Real quick. Are all these points not true? It's wrong for a mod to use people's names when they've been told not to. You agree, right?
Well, what do you mean by wrong?
It's against the rules.
No, there's no rules that say that you can't do that.
No doxing.
Look, let me help you out.
Where's
let
the
me help
rule?
you out. Let me help you out.
It's written in rules. No.
He's so
doxing.
dumb. He can't even fucking do
You
this.
fucking idiot.
It says right and welcome. What are you talking about?
You had me at there is no rules.
Where are the rules? They're written down.
Were they? Are they? What? Sugar?
Somewhere.
Show me in Welcome where there are rules, you absolute
See-
inbred.
There's somewhere.
You're so
Sugar, let me-
you're so dumb.
let me help you.
can't even
Hold on.
piece together your own
Hold
Hold
position.
on, let me help Sugar out just a little bit. Let's try to make this as robust as possible. Real quick. Sugar, just say what I mean by what did he say about Joe? Did he say, oh man, I had this all
By
planned out.
morality, by
Using
right and
someone-
wrong.
It's wrong. Say yeah, it's wrong to use somebody's name if they're asked not to use their real name, right? And what he means by that, I think, is it just ought not be done. Is that correct, Sugar?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a rule.
Just
channel.
oh god, well, it doesn't
He's
matter.
helpless.
Just
I'm pretty sure there still is. I can't find it. currently.
Sugar,
So
Sugar.
dumb.
Repeat after me. What I mean by it's wrong is it ought not be done.
Yes. No,
right.
it's a. I mean, you're telling me that there's no rules. Where's the? Is it okay to say the N word and the F word? Will I get muted by Seth if I say the N word or the F word right now? Or
Oh, he's so dumb.
No,
What,
you
will
won't.
I?
You'll be banned.
Okay, so if I said the N word or the F word, I'd be banned. So is that a rule, Orson?
I would say that is a rule. Yeah.
Oh, so there are rules.
He's so dumb.
No,
Why-
that
why
wouldn't
do you
be a
keep-
rule.
why do
That's
you-
the
you
Discord
can't just-
terms of service.
Orson,
That would be
Orson.
different to server rules, Sugar. You're still
Orson.
a fucking idiot.
Orson, you can't just
I
filibuster.
never
you can't
said-
just filibuster
I never
discussions
said-
by saying
I
he's
never
so dumb.
said this is so. This is dumb.
Say
I never
something
said there were no
intellectual.
rules.
Say
I never
something
said there were no
intellectual.
rules.
Then why are we debating right now about rules?
Because you're trying to form a position.
Yes.
You fucking idiot.
Yes, and you say that there's no rules. That was your
I did
rebuttal.
not say that. How
Then what
dumb
was- then
are
what's
you?
Then what's your rebuttal to me saying that he broke a rule?
What
all I said.
rule?
The first part of my inference is that JJ
What
broke a
rule?
He said my name.
That was my response. Do you want to respond to my response, you fucking idiot?
My rule is that he doxed.
Your rule of so you make the rules, do you?
No, I just said that there is a server rule that says no doxing.
Sugar. Oh wait, where is that then?
Please
Where
show us the server rules.
where is the rule that says you can't say the F
Where are
word
the
or the N
server
word?
rules, Sugar?
Well,
So
You guys are
Orson, are there any rules in the server?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, so there are rules. All right, is no doxing one of those rules?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, Jesus, why did it take 10 minutes to get here? God Almighty. Okay, so first part of the inference, JJ was caught. JJ broke the rules. 2,
What
JJ,
rule?
No doxing. He broke that.
Wait, how did he break that rule?
He said my real name
How do you know that's what's defined as doxing is according to the rules that Tom made?
because Thomas specifically said in this specific instance that my name should not be said.
I need you to prove that.
Thank you. All right, God, you're so
Are you
difficult.
familiar with the
Who-
rule of false
Who is
argument?
stupid? Who's stupid when you're making this so difficult? It's so
I'm
painstakingly
not.
difficult.
Why am I making it difficult? You just
Why do you mean?
you're
Because you
barely
keep
intelligible.
challenging every little thing based on nothing.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not
of
going to make
course-
your position
Of
for
course
you.
can't- Of course you can't dox. Okay? Of course you can't say people's real names if they don't want you to. All right? This isn't rocket science.
What do you
Okay.
mean? Why can't you say
JJ
people's real
JJ
names? That's dumb.
So JJ did these things. Okay? B. He was known. It was known to the moderators that he did these. All right? They heard it. They saw the video.
I can.
It was
It
sent
can.
to them.
The thing is, this is so dumb because I can provide an exception just by changing my name and telling people not to call me Orson anymore. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, this has nothing to do with our conversation. That's here nor there.
It is because the rule wouldn't be a rule, would it?
Yeah,
No,
you're talking about
it's-
finding some loophole that wasn't done. JJ didn't find some loophole. Okay, he broke the rule, straight up. No loophole, broke the rule. Okay?
I've still not signed off on the fact that's defined as doxing. You're just
Two
making
sec-
it up.
yeah,
Two
but that's Tom's rule. That's what he's trying to say. Whether you
Yeah,
do
but how do we
find that
know?
as doxing or
How
not.
do we know? Yeah, how do we know that that's the case? Sugar
'Cause
just
Tom
Well,
believes
has
you
any
just
something that
ask
he
Tom.
wants to.
You just ask Tom. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure, we can go
Multiple
there.
times. Multiple times Tom has spoken on this.
Well, I mean, Seth's a mod. Why don't you speak to it?
Maybe Steph doesn't know. Maybe that's Tom's
Wait,
rule.
who's still
Maybe Steph
saying
didn't hear it.
his real name? Who's still saying it?
I don't
And
know.
why?
No one.
No, Layla. Orson is arguing that it's not against the rules to do that. That's really his position.
I'm not
Yes.
arguing that.
Yeah,
You're
it's
so
against the
dumb.
rules, Orson.
Yes, Orson, you fucking.
Wait, so when people say like, like refer to me as Mary,
If
what's
someone
my real
specifically
name?
is requesting that their like personal information not be shared, and they feel like something like their first name or like an address or something that's going to link to their personal life, and they request that it not be shared, generally, yeah, we're going to respect that rule. Obviously, there's been exceptions.
Shit, Brian, that's creepy.
But yeah, generally, guys, just don't be assholes.
That's
No
a
one
really
was doing that.
tough call,
Yeah, I
asking
feel
these
like
people
that was,
not to be assholes.
I thought that was a little bit different than like what Sugar was saying, but that makes sense.
How? How is that a little different than what I was saying?